this guy. Welcome to Bangkok, Thailand.
Hello everyone, I am Lewis, you are watching Lost in Travel, and welcome back to the next episode of my Southeast Asia adventure. So far, you've joined me in exploring the dazzling city of Kuala Lumpur, where we marvelled at the tallest twin towers in the world and indulged in mouth-watering cuisine. My sister went for a nice green apple. It's very green apple. Then we ventured to the mystical wonderland of the Batu Caves, sharing our time with the cheeky inhabitants of this natural marvel.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
From there we dove headfirst into the bustling streets of Ho Chi Minh City, where we braved the urban chaos and found solace in spa retreats, admired the cityscape atop skyscrapers, and sought serenity within the hidden gems of the city's temples. With 2 countries done, we have 2 more to go. To kick off the halfway point, we will continue this wonderful journey in the amazing city of Bangkok, which is home to 40,000 temples. Oh my god. Why don't I take you with me to go and see a few of them today?
So good morning and welcome here to our first full day here in Bangkok. Today we've got so much plans because I'm heading to the ancient city. Let's go. Welcome to our first stop of the day, the Erawan Museum. This is one of Asia's most wonderful monuments.
We are flames, we are fire. Shattered worlds intertwined, like stars flicker in an endless sky. We are flames, we are fire.
Just went into the museum. Unfortunately, I could not do any filming in there, so I'm doing all my talking as I'm outside. But anyways, what a museum that is. What a religious site indeed. The fact that the elephant is so sacred here just makes me so obsessed with this country even more, because I love elephants. Who does not love elephants? And I guess Thai people absolutely love them, especially a 3-headed one. I wouldn't want to be standing near that though. I think it would ram me in the face, but God almighty. Learning so much about the Buddhist culture here in Southeast Asia, and the way they love elephants just makes me appreciate them even more. I also forgot to mention that we went inside the elephant, and oh my god, it is extraordinary. Just the architecture of the stairs, I was obsessed. But I also got made to wear a shalon, basically a robe to cover my knees. Buddhism doesn't allow you to wear shorts inside their religious sites. As you saw when I was in the Batu Caves, when I was in Kuala Lumpur, it was the females I had to cover up. I was still allowed in with shorts. I think that may be the difference between Hindu and Buddhism, but I looked really funny with my Vietnamese hat, my shalon, my sashlon. I just can't remember the name. And then my shades. I look like an outright disrespectful tourist walking in there. I guess we're off to the ancient city next. Let's go. So to get to the ancient city, we got the train from our hotel to Keha, and then we got off, we went to the museum, we got back on the train from that stop, and we got on a 36, what looked to be like a tuk-tuk or something along those lines. It was very strange. The dude who took us was watching porn on his phone. It felt like quite a strange ride to get here, but we got off here at the ancient city. We only had to pay like 10 of their currency, and here we are here at our next destination. So basically, the ancient city was founded in 1963, and it is here to basically commemorate the wonders of Asia. It's like a whole-on area that is, you don't even have to travel around Southeast Asia. You can just go and see all of the main landmarks, replicas of the landmarks, right here in this very spot. And I'm using this to basically inspire me to go and see more of Asia after this trip is said and done, and I think it's going to be pretty awesome. As well as, it's got a few of its unique exclusive things here too. So welcome on here to the ancient city in Bangkok, everyone. I cannot wait to show you around. We've just been given a map and we rented out a Golf-buggy. They've got a deal going on for the month of August. You can pay 350 baht for the first hour, and then you can pay 100 for any additional hour. So I guess it's now time to go take you to all of these temples, all of the replicas, which look like the real freaking deal, and see what we can see.
Changes come and they go, always in motion like the wind. Oh, traveler, come drink with me, eat and be merry with all friends.
Because they are Buddhist temples, these have had to come off. God, the ground is burning. I've got to say, I am loving it here at the ancient city so far. It definitely does what it says on the tin. It is an ancient city, and I feel like we've seen water buffalo, traditional temples, ruins. It feels like I am driving around in a golf buggy, going around medieval Asia, and it feels awesome. It's really just hit the nail on the head of what I expected a Southeast Asian trip to be. Oh my god. Lauren, any last words? Better hold on.
I think you're going round that corner there to that bushes.
I'll help you start away, right? Right, watch me go and do the
And she's off. So welcome on here to probably the main reason why I've came to the ancient city. Right beside us is the fish temple, and I believe this is exclusive to the ancient city, and it is one of the most Instagrammable spots here in Thailand. And I didn't even know it was in the ancient city till literally a few days before I came out here. So now that I'm here and I get to say that I've seen this temple with my very own eyes, honestly, it is extraordinary. But the main reason why people come to see this temple is to actually see it from above. Which is why I've got my mother in shot. That's why my Vietnamese hat is not on for the first time, probably in this video.
Wake me up, pull me in the river. All hours will be finally washed away. Make me whole again. Bend me in the mirror.
Maybe one of the spookiest areas I've been to here in Bangkok. We're seeing loads of just statues of people meditating, and then we heard something jump in the water. It could be a crocodile, it could be an Asian water monitor for all I know, but whatever it is, I feel it's coming after us. This bridge is absolutely collapsing, but God almighty, these are so cool. I hope it's not something like if you touch them you turn into stone or anything. Why am I walking through them? It was only geese that jumped in the water and gave us a fright. To be fair, they're probably scarier than facing up against a water Asian monitor. I can tell you that. I've been chased by geese in my lifetime. Never again. So welcome on here to the Pavilion of the Enlightened, everyone. This temple is absolutely extraordinary. It is a Buddhist temple, as most extraordinary temples are. And this one is where monks would show their teachings to anyone from different backgrounds, different cultures, different ethnicities, and they would show that anybody can reach enlightenment and go to nirvana. Doesn't matter where you come from. And I think that is what draws me in to understanding Buddhism and respecting the culture here so much. Is it doesn't really feel like you're intruding on their space. It's so inclusive. They want everyone to feel welcomed into their temples, whether you are Buddhist or not. And I think that is just absolutely legendary. I am loving the temples here so far. Just the detail, it's so different from anything I've ever seen before. And this one's golden. You cannot beat a golden temple.
I've never been the one to give what I've been given. I held on tight in every moment, every minute, but you always gave for me. God, you always
This place is
gave.
absolutely amazing. Just walking around, loads of Buddha statues, and some are golden, and it's just absolutely amazing. I cannot tell you, I cannot just describe with words how much I'm loving walking around this. It honestly feels like I'm in a movie. I am the main character. Another part that amazes me about Southeast Asia, and I think Asia in general, is how much they appreciate the dragon. And their dragons are very different to what my dragons would be back home in Scotland. Yes, dragons are real, I've seen them with my very own eyes. I've seen Nessie as well. But anyways, dragons here are very different. Our dragons breathe fire, they are monstrous, they're vicious. You don't want to go anywhere near them. There's princesses locked in castles and the dragons guard them because they are strong and no one wants to go anywhere near them because they go to their inevitable doom. These dragons are a bit more faithful. They roam around the sky and I think anyone who sees them gets granted good luck. Very different versions of dragons there from the European side to the Asian side. So we just went past a ruin that I thought originally was Angkor Wat, and I was like going to be like, oh my god, it's the replica of Angkor Wat, one of the biggest temples in Cambodia, one of the countries I still need to get to in Southeast Asia, but unfortunately it was not, which brings me to the point that the best thing about coming to the ancient city here in Bangkok is being able to see all these temples that you didn't really know existed. What I'm going to be doing when I leave Southeast Asia on this trip, and I'm going to be planning my next time in Asia, whenever that will be, I'm going to be using the list of the places here in the ancient city, checking them out on Google Maps and seeing where they actually are around the world. And maybe one day I will go see the real thing. That was just amazing. It's like a miniature, it's like Southeast Asia in a nutshell. So now that we've done a full circle of the ancient city just before it's closing, I just want to mention that if we did not have a golf buggy, we would never get around this whole city. It's properly like a city. So I'm going to definitely recommend the golf buggy. Definitely take it out, you and your mates, you and your family, and go explore the ancient city in style. Alright, so a little disclaimer for you guys, just because I forgot to mention it while I was in the ancient city at the time. But, as much as I loved the ancient city, and I would recommend going to it yourself, there was one thing it did put me off that I did not know about until I got there. And that was the fact that I saw a few Asian elephants, which, you know, they're sacred. You'd think that they would be treated with respect as much as they deserved. Well, these ones that I saw were locked up. Basically, all of their legs were chained up, and I do not agree with that whatsoever. I felt like that was very, very disrespectful and shocking to me, mainly because of the elephants being so sacred and their faith believing that they're like some type of god here. So why would you treat them like that? I don't understand the mentality of people on why you would do that to an animal, a living animal such as an elephant. Like, don't get me wrong, it shouldn't happen to any animal, but definitely one with the intelligence of an elephant. You just wonder, how could you treat one so sinfully like that? I did not pay to feed them, and I would not tolerate any of that, and I probably would not have chose to go if I knew about that. But anyways, I did enjoy the rest of it. I understand why it gets high praise because the rest of the area is absolutely stunning, but just that one cruel thing really did just damage my mindset on the whole trip. Anyways, I guess I'll go back to the video, and if you want to find out how I'm going to be getting wet, stay tuned to the next part. Let's go. And just like this Buddha behind me, I am going to say goodnight to every single one of you all. Thank you all for joining me on this video. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, guys, like, share, subscribe, do all that great stuff, and stay tuned to next week because we've got one more part here in Bangkok. And I can't wait to take you into the city and show you what to do here in Thailand's capital. Anyways, have a great rest of your day. And that's it with me in the temples. See you all later. Peace.
Why can't we be friends? It's so much easier before we got our feelings hurt, and I can't pretend that it's easy.